Welcome back, my lollers! We are now going to look back at my old Decaying Winter clips where I fight Sledge Queen and fail so we can analyze it and learn from our mistakes. Mark, I made steak. I'm kidding. Let's actually do this in a serious manner. In my earlier days fighting her, I was pretty bad at it, so this is like novice level skill. Amateur, I'm telling you. Right here, for example, when she did that grapple, I will have parry instead of shoving. That's something I would have done differently if I were to fight her right now. But this is me 1 year ago. We're gonna cut her some slack. This first clip starts with Hive Mind because I already did Survivor in my very first video. Is that the same video I submitted to Decaying Winter Discord to get my Showdowner title? Hopefully I can get other titles in the future too, but some of the challenges in this game are really hard. Not to mention some of them are not even solo, so you will need good teammates if you want them. And I don't have such people in my life. On top of that, you will have to record an entire run which would last like 30 minutes or up to an hour depending on how long the run is. It's gonna kill my CPU. The most annoying part will probably be failing, then you'll have to do the whole thing all over again. And I'm pretty trash, as you can see. I just missed that freaking parry because I shoved for some reason. But moving on, we are still on Hive Mind in this second clip. The good thing is that from here on out, I am going to speed up some of this part to save you guys time because nobody wanna sit here and watch me do this for like 17 times over and over again. Of course you guys do get my commentary, which should make this less boring for you somewhat. But I don't know how much that is helping out with this video. So far, this is a pretty horrible run. I am already down to 20 health and she got me twice. Hopefully you guys are liking my commentary and it's not boring you out. If it is, then get out of here! What are you even doing in my video? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to break character. I didn't mean to crash out on you guys. I'm sorry, my lollers. I'm gonna die, but I guess I deserve it. Yeah, she got me pretty good with that light attack there. And now, we are on to Tick Spider. Okay, so while she's doing that fighting stuff, I'm going to tell you guys real quick about the Sledge Queen series that I have going on last year. It was basically just me doing Showdowner with her for like all the perks, and I have 1 day for each perk. So at the end of the day, I managed to succeed except for Damned. I couldn't do Damned. Damned was too hard. Mayhaps one day I'll be able to revisit it and actually beat her with Damned. But that day will probably be really far away, and I am going to explain why after this. As the fight goes on, you are going to have your hunger and thirst bar decrease, which gives you a debuff that makes your attack speed and your shove slower, which is why I missed that shove right there and she was able to knuckle boom me. It happens, I guess. You gotta deal with it because the fight will last for like about 1 to 2 minutes depending on your perks and how much damage you can dish out before you get the debuff. This is why frontliner always eat their MRE and drink their water when they are frontlining and they're doing melee combat. You don't want that debuff. I see we are on cross link right now. Like I said earlier, your hunger and thirst bar affects your run. Therefore, a lot of these that I did, it goes so well for the beginning of the fight, and then later on, I would just mess up because as the fight goes on, I became worse and worse with my performance. Bodashi, that sounds like an excuse for skill issue. Yes, it is an excuse. I'm just filling in space, so there's no part where I'm just like silent. It will be really awkward. Nonetheless, this cross-link fight is coming to an end. She got me with a light attack. Okay. Yet again, we are still on cross-link. As I mentioned earlier, there are 17 fails in this video, but of course in reality, behind the scene there are more failed attempts than just that much. But it's not like I keep every failed recording. I look at the ones that are interesting and are worth looking back over to analyze, or the silly ones where silly stuff happens, which you will see if you stay long enough in this video. Like just now, she did a jump. I did not expect her to jump on me. Why she's so down bad and thirsty for me, bruh? I mean, I didn't expect her to jump because I didn't think I was walking that far away from her. But here she is doing it again. I didn't parry, I went for shove instead, and that was a bad move on my end, so she got me. Slash Queen, come on! I was just practicing my social distancing because of the Eden virus, whatever it is. The fact that I am still on crosslinks must mean that I must have struggled a lot with this perk for some reason. Okay, she got me here with a grapple, which I was supposed to parry, but you know why my parry didn't came back in time. I was supposed to walk backward more, so I have the parry came back in time so I can parry her, but the rock was in the way and that surprised me. The lesson is to check your surroundings and don't walk backward into traps or woods or rocks, I guess. Anyway, we are now Blitzer, we are the bomber! Going back to what I was saying about struggling with a certain perk, because some perks have the merits that really hinders your ability to do melee combat. That's why some perks took me longer than some other ones. It looks like she got me with a knuckle boom back there because I was shoving her, but then she decided to do it like twice, and my shove has end lag obviously, so the shove didn't come back in time for me to shove her fast enough again. That's how she got me. We are still on Blitzer, but I would say that the most fun perks that I use to fight her would be Berserker, Executioner, Vagabond, Drifter, Apostle. Those perks are made to do hand-to-hand melee combat. The trade-off is that they will have hipfire accuracy down or recoil debuff. They're just gonna be really bad with guns. Nothing you cannot remedy though if you're good. Skill fix anything. Yet again another surprise that she jumped right here, which really messed up my rhythm. I see. We have finally moved on to artillerists. I cannot speak English anymore. So apparently this perk has like 25% shove speed down, which means it will be really difficult for me to complete this without aggressive behavior. That's why I equipped it right there. I'm not sure if I did that out of frustration or it's actually not possible. I feel like it is possible to do it without aggressive behavior. I might try it again when I can, but that was really fast. I don't even know what happened there. In any case, I just want to say that for most of these attempts, I try to do only honorable and not do any aggressive behavior or violence tendencies, other than for Damned, which I didn't succeed anyway. Well, I just rechecked my artillerist video and I see nothing in relation to why I equip aggressive behavior in the description. So I guess we'll never find out what I was thinking 1 year ago. Knowing me, I probably just did it for that 25% speed disadvantage. This round was going pretty well until this happened. She flunks to the sky, she shot me, threw a grenade, grapples me when she landed, and knuckle boomed me in my face. I just want to say that Artillerist is my least favorite perk in this game because of how little utility it has. Artillerist fan, throw bricks, I don't really care. Onto Apostle, I want to comment that Apostle parry is the X parry, which is different from the other parry that I do with my baton. The X parry is worse because it blocks your vision, meaning I can't see what the hell she's doing and I have to kind of rely on my instinct a bit. This could be, again, excuses because skill issue. I'm pretty sure if you're a pro, this is not an issue to you, but it is to me because I'm not about that life. Anyway, she gets me right here and I die. That's that. We're gonna come back to that point I made earlier about why I probably won't be able to reattempt this challenge. This is because Roblox chat is now locked behind the age verification thingy, and I am not giving them my face ever. Without unlocking the chat, I am not going to be able to use the showdown command, which means I cannot fight Ayla ever again. Unless I do the traditional luring that people do in an actual game. Which is possible. I can lure her, I can lead her to the tunnel, and we can fight. It's alright, at least until until her goons comes out and enters the tunnels with us. Can we have some alone time? Can we do this without any interruption? Like, I want privacy with my queen. But I guess too bad her goons are jealous of us. Zim, can you please do something? Can you save the game? The game's kinda dying. I need Zim to do something with this game. Make it so I can access Showdowner without having to open the chat, so I can do this again somehow. I just miss fighting my wife's sledge queen. I miss Ayla. It is time for Berserker. You know, speaking of reviving Decaying Winter, I am not up to date with whatever is going on in the Decaying Winter Discord because I'm not very active there. But I heard talks about Lost Concept. I don't even know what the dev teams are planning. Is that a new game? Or is it an update? Or is it like an older game because it's called Lost Concept? Like, you know, concepts that were never used in the current game. I don't get it. I don't even know what it means. What are they doing? Can somebody explain? I can go on the server and research, but your girl is too lazy. Duh. Looks like she got me with a light attack. And now we are doing Zealot. Berserker was really good, but I still like Executioner better. Executioner is my favorite of all time. It might be hands down my absolute favorite perk in this game, but it's hard to decide. Executioner is just more going in for damage. Berserker is more survivability because Berserker is more durable. Executioner is more racking up tag, so you do more damage. But it all doesn't matter later on because you're gonna be using guns anyway, so... Well, I am not doing good in this fight. She is going to... Yep, she grappled me and she hit me. Zealot is a perk that I use a lot when I'm playing the actual game, so I can use the sentry turret to get her. You know the tactic. You know then you know. Lazarus is another perk that I don't really like. I don't really like support in general. Lazarus is one of those support that I... Oof. I'm sorry, Lazarus fans. You guys are gonna hate me for this take. But that's just how it is. I am going to admit, I am running out of things to talk about at this point. So I'm just praying this video ends soon. Maybe we can talk about panic shoving. You guys done it before, I've done it before, we've seen it plenty in this video too. Tell me you've never done a panic shove. You're a liar. You are lying, I know you are. But you're just like me. Let's see how she gets me this time. It's okay though, cause I take pleasure out of getting killed by her. I also, likewise, take pleasure out of killing her. I was really into this. My crush for Ayla is real. It is real. Don't you dare ever doubt it. She's my waifu. Sovereign is my favorite support. Either that or Risk Runner. Risk Runner is also another one of my favorite support. Maybe Hive Mind will come after that. Hive Mind is just So cool. So simple, but simple is the best sometimes. The only reason why I wouldn't place Hive Mind any higher is because of the vanilla gameplay that it provides. We all know the Hive Mind slander. They cannot parry. Oh, she got me. She got me good. And now we are Mind Flayer. I only have one thing left on my script to talk about before this video ends, and I guess that's the thumbnail. I draw my thumbnails myself. How do you guys like it? I'm an amateur artist. I'm not that good at art. But you know what they say, when you're not good at something, just fake it till you make it. And that's how we get the term LARP of today. No, that's not how LARP was born, but I'm making it up and I'm gonna LARP about the history of LARP. You LARP about everything, and that's how you do it. When in doubt, always LARP. Trust your girl. It will work, and if it doesn't work, then Wom. She gave us a beautiful jump. This video is ending soon, so you guys tell me how I did. How was the commentary? It's also my first time using CapCut to do anything at all. So tell me, how did I do with that? There were some fading in and out effects, and that's pretty cool, right? Alright, if you made it this far, thank you. Bye bye.